Lighting is really important. Here's the story. This is what this room looks like with normal overhead lights on. Not the best, so let's turn those off. Okay, now we're in total darkness, but that's okay because now we can start bringing in other video lights to make this scene look its best. Let's start with our first light. This is our key light and is the Aputure 120D with the Aputure Lantern. The lantern is known as a light modifier, and there are a variety to choose from, and we'll cover some of those in future videos. When presenting to camera, depending on the look you're going for, it's best to use soft lights, because they're generally more flattering. If you're going for a more dramatic look with hard shadows, then that's up to you and your creative preferences. But for our use today, soft light is the winner. Now we need to separate the subject, me, from the background, so a backlight is needed. These can also be referred to as a hair light or kicker, but they're just different terms for essentially the same thing. Today we're using the Aputure HR672 with a grid, which helps control where the light spreads. Now we have our subject lit, we can now look at the background. For this scene, I've got two Aputure MC lights. These lights are bicolor and RGB, so there's a lot of flexibility with the looks you can create. They also have different lighting effects, which can be used to add some extra creativity to your scene. Depending on what you're going for, it's probably best to be subtle. We've also got a couple of Aputure HR672 panels on the floor to light up the background, just to add a little more pop. I've also got one extra light set up to the left of camera to shine a bit of light on this side of my face and also to the background. And that's our lighting setup. Now you would have heard me mention Aputure a bit throughout this video. All the lights used here today are made by Aputure, and one of the benefits to using their lights is that some of them operate by using this remote. So if I want to make a light brighter, I just push the plus button, and if I want to turn a light off, I push the power button, and then if I want to have a light party, I just do this. The remote is really handy and helps with small crew shoots, so instead of adjusting a light and then going back to your camera to see what it looks like, you can simply make adjustments while standing behind your camera. For the MC lights though, you can control those through Bluetooth using the Sidus Link app. If you have any questions or comments about today's setup, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this with someone that might find it useful.